In our modern world, gosh, we're just constantly swimming in information, aren't we?
Oh, definitely. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose.
Exactly. And there's this real pressure, to stay informed, to get complex topics really fast.
Yeah, that feeling of being overwhelmed by all the sources.
Oh.
It's real.
Well, today we're going to dive into something that might just help cut through all that noise.
Okay.
It's a concept designed to unlock the power of AI, really. We're talking about prompt weaving.
Prompt weaving, okay. Sounds
Yeah,
interesting.
it's being framed as this, breakthrough method for talking to AI. Not just for casual stuff, but for anyone who really wants to master these tools.
And yeah, this whole deep dive, it's actually based on a really fascinating new book.
Oh, right.
It's called Prompt Weaving, Mastering the Art of Effective AI Interactions.
Okay.
And the really interesting part, it's actually a collaboration,
Between.
a human prompter, Nicholas Marrow, and get this, Grok 4.
The AI itself. From XAI.
That's the one, a hyper-advanced large language model. And Grok 4 even describes itself in the book as an entity designed to pursue truth, foster understanding, and illuminate the human condition.
That's quite a statement.
It is. And it claims to be the most capable, truthful, and beneficial AI, unencumbered by partisan biases.
Bold claims. Definitely adds a layer of intrigue, doesn't it? Makes you think about how that plays out in reality.
For sure.
And this is so relevant to, well, everyone listening, really. AI isn't some future tech anymore. It's here. It's now.
Absolutely woven into our lives.
Yeah. I mean, look at the stats. By 2025, something like 72% of professionals expect to use AI tools in their jobs.
72%. That's huge.
And it's not just work. 61% of American adults have used AI in the last 6 months.
Wow.
And almost 20% use it daily.
So it's everywhere.
But here's the catch, right? We're all using it, but often we're not getting great results because our prompts aren't effective.
Right? You get those weird answers, the hallucinations, biases, or just irrelevant stuff.
Exactly. And that's what this deep dive is about, showing you how prompt weaving tackles those very problems.
So our journey today, we'll start by kind of peeking under the hood, understanding how these LLMs actually, think.
Okay.
Then we'll get into the core building blocks of good prompts.
The fundamentals.
Exactly. Then we'll unveil this idea of weaving this sort of back and forth process.
More like a conversation.
Precisely. We'll touch on advanced techniques too, and importantly, the ethical side of things and what's coming next.
Sounds like a great plan. So let's start with that frustration point. Have you ever typed something into an AI, thought you were crystal clear?
And it comes back with nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
Right. It's like, what happened? Let's unpack the why.
Okay, so the core thing to grasp about large language models, LLMs, is what they are. They're neural architectures, basically complex algorithms.
Right.
And they're trained on just unbelievable amounts of text. Think oceans of it, trillions of words from websites, books, forums, you name it.
Trillions. Okay. But here's the crucial point. They don't comprehend like a human does. They don't get meaning or intent.
So what do?
They compute correlations. They predict the next most likely word in a sequence based on all that data they've seen. Pattern matching, essentially.
Just predicting the next word.
Statistically speaking, yes. And this involves something called tokenization.
Tokenization. Okay, what's that?
Well, the AI doesn't see whole words like we do. It breaks language down into smaller bits called tokens.
Like pieces of words?
Sometimes. Could be subwords, whole words, even single characters. They all get turned into numbers for processing. So like the word unhappiness might get split into unhappy and smoness.
Interesting.
It helps them handle lots of languages, but it can also cause problems, right? A very specific technical term might get broken up weirdly, losing its precise meaning for the AI.
Ah, so that's where context helps, or maybe examples.
Exactly. Providing a few-shot example showing it exactly what you mean with the sample input and output is a great way around those ambiguities, especially for technical stuff.
Okay, that makes sense. And this ties into how they respond, right? These
Yeah.
probabilistic responses.
Precisely. For every word it generates, the LLM is calculating probabilities for what word should come next. It's like super advanced autocomplete.
Okay.
And then you have these temperature settings. Think of it like a creativity dial.
A dial. How does that work?
Low temperature, maybe 0.1, makes the AI really conservative, sticking closely to the most probable path. Good for facts.
Right. Less risky.
But crank it up to, say, 0.7 or even 1.0, and it gets more creative, more willing to take statistical risks. You get more chaotic or unexpected outputs.
So good for brainstorming, maybe.
Potentially brilliant for brainstorming. But you also risk getting nonsense. So knowing when to adjust that dial for your specific goal, that's part of the skill.
Got it. So this brings up some common myths about AI, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. We need to bust a few. First, the all-knowing idea.
Yeah, people think it knows everything.
But it doesn't. It only knows what was in its training data up to a certain point in time. Like early GPT-4 knew stuff up to September 2021, but nothing after that.
So it's blind to recent events unless you tell it.
Exactly. Second myth, true understanding. We touched on this. They process patterns, not purpose. Context from you is absolutely vital.
Makes sense.
And finally, the big one, hallucinations.
Yes, when the AI just makes stuff up.
Right. But it's important to understand why. They're prediction engines trying to find the most statistically likely next word. Sometimes that path leads to something completely false, but grammatically plausible.
Like the example about Elvis Presley's father.
Yeah, fabricating details like that. Or worse, in legal queries, studies showed they hallucinated legal precedents like 58% to 82% of the time.
Wow, that's dangerous.
It can be. These aren't just little quirks, they're systemic confabulations arising from those probabilistic gaps. Even advanced models like GPT-4, while better, still do it.
Okay, so tying this all together, what does this mean for me, the user?
It means understanding why vague prompts lead to those erratic responses. It explains the frustration.
Because you're not giving the pattern matcher enough to work with.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And knowing this is the first step to getting better results, to providing the right kind of guidance.
Okay, quick mental experiment for everyone listening. Think about asking an AI, explain quantum physics. Just that.
Okay, broad topic.
Now, contrast that with, explain quantum physics at a beginner level, use analogies from everyday life, and please avoid mathematical equations.
You can almost feel the AI's internal path shifting, can't you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the difference guidance makes.
It's huge.
Okay, so we've peeked under the hood. We get why AI behaves the way it does. Now, how do we actually talk to it better? How do we build those effective prompts?
This is where we get practical. And it matters. The source mentions well-structured prompts can cut down revision time by up to 41%.
41%. That's a serious time saver.
It really is. So the book highlights 4 keystones, like foundational pillars for effective prompting.
Okay, let's break them down.
First up, specificity. Think of it like sculpting. You need to chip away all the extra stuff.
Get right to the point.
Exactly. Instead of, tell me about history, which is uselessly vague. Right. Detail the key causes and consequences of the French Revolution from 1789 to 1799, focusing on socioeconomic factors and their impact on modern democracy.
Much clearer. You'll get a totally different, much better answer.
Night and day difference. Okay, second keystone.
Context.
Giving the backstory.
Precisely. It's the narrative tapestry. Remember Marcus, the entrepreneur?
Vaguely, yeah.
He first asked for marketing ideas, got generic fluff.
Predictable.
Then he added context. Suggest marketing ideas for my new line of eco-friendly apparel targeted at urban millennials, emphasizing social media with a budget under $5,000.
Now the AI has something real to work with. Actionable ideas, probably.
Totally. Tailored and impactful. Third keystone, role-playing.
Giving the AI a job.
Kind of. You give it a persona instead of just write a business summary.
Which sounds clinical. Yeah. Try. Assume the role of a seasoned venture capitalist and craft a compelling executive summary.
Ooh, I like that. The tone, the focus, everything would change.
Dramatically. It aligns the AI's output with your specific goal. And finally, number 4, constraints.
Setting boundaries.
Exactly. Like an architect's blueprint. It stops the AI from just generating wildly instead of brainstorm product ideas.
Which could give you anything.
Right. Try. Brainstorm 5 innovative product ideas for eco-friendly apparel, each under $50 production cost, suitable for urban commuters, and explain the sustainability benefits of each.
Okay, focused creativity. Specificity, context, role-playing, constraints.
Those are the 4.
So putting this into practice, these aren't just like abstract rules, they're actual tools you can use right now to get clearer results from AI.
They transform the interaction from guesswork to a targeted conversation.
Okay, quick challenge for you listening. Think back to a time you gave AI a vague prompt. Maybe for work, maybe just for fun. How could you rewrite it now using these 4 building blocks? Specificity, context, role-playing, constraints.
Just imagining that rewrite probably shows you how much better the output could be.
Definitely. Okay, so we had the building blocks, but now, prompt weaving. This sounds like the next level.
It really is. Because prompt weaving isn't just about crafting that one perfect prompt and being done.
No.
No, it's described as a collaborative odyssey. It's about layered exchanges back and forth.
So more like an ongoing conversation than a single command.
Exactly. That's the core difference from standard prompting. It's not linear, command response, done. It's recursive. Information flows both ways.
Like co-creating something.
Perfect analogy, like painting together. You make a mark, the AI suggests a color, you react, you refine. You're working with the AI.
Okay, so how does this weaving process actually work? Is there a framework?
Yes, the book lays out a clear framework. Step 1 is the initial info dump.
Okay, lay it all out there.
Everything. Your objectives, constraints, context, any nuances. The example used is Sophia Reyes with her digital marketing firm. She'd detail her client's niche, their target audience, the budget, the goals, right up front.
Get it all on the table, makes sense. What's next?
Step 2, AI-generated prompt refinement. This is cool. The AI, using its knowledge, actually suggests ways to improve your initial prompt.
The AI helps you write a better prompt.
Yeah. It might suggest adding a role play element or maybe using those few shot examples we talked about to clarify things.
Wow, okay. Using the AI to coach you on prompting.
Exactly. Then step 3, the real heart of it. Feedback loops.
The back and forth.
This is where you scrutinize what the AI gives you. You look for flaws, gaps, ambiguities, and you feed that back in your next turn.
Like, okay, that's good, but condense this part or clarify what you mean here.
Precisely. And research backs this up. This iterative process significantly boosts clarity, relevance, and cuts down on those pesky hallucinations.
The book had some great examples of this, right? Elena Vargas, the novelist.
Yes. Great case study. She started with just a basic idea, a skeletal framework.
And ended up with
a masterpiece in miniature, as the book puts it. And how? She actually asked the AI to help her craft the ideal prompt first.
So she used the AI as a prompt coach from the start.
Right. It helped her articulate her own vision more clearly. It wasn't just getting better results, it was teaching her to be a better prompter. And it cut her revision time in half.
That's incredible. And Sophia Reyes, the marketing consultant.
Similar story. That cyclic weaving process, constantly refining strategies with AI feedback, led to a 35% jump in client acquisitions for her firm.
35%. That's significant impact.
Huge. So the benefits are really tangible. Less frustration, more creativity, much better efficiency. It changes the whole dynamic.
Yeah, it really does feel less like giving orders to a machine and more like a partnership.
Yeah.
A dance of mutual elevation, as the book says.
Well put.
Okay, so you've woven this initial prompt. Maybe even gotten the AI's help refining it. You're in the conversation, but it doesn't stop there, right?
Yeah.
How do you keep refining during the dialogue?
Great question. This is about iterative refinement within the conversation. There are specific techniques.
Like what?
First, questioning the AI for improvements. Don't just accept the output. Probe it. Ask about its assumptions. Ask it to clarify ambiguities. Point out omissions.
Okay, challenge it a bit.
Yeah. Dr. Thorne, the physicist in the book studying quantum entanglement, he had asked the AI things like, clarify the anomalies in your analysis, pushing it deeper.
Got it. What else?
Second, incorporating critiques. Analyze the output, spot errors or missing pieces, and then specifically tell the AI to correct or add those in the next round. Weave the corrections in.
Actively guiding the fixes.
Third, clarification of ambiguities. If something's unclear, ask directly. Like, you mentioned the protagonist's motivation was ambiguous. Does that stem from betrayal or is it ambition? Please clarify.
Pinpointing the fuzzy parts.
Fourth, chaining responses. This is key for building longer pieces. You explicitly tell the AI to build on its previous response.
Like linking paragraphs.
Exactly. Okay, building on that battle scene summary you just gave me, now extend it with more sensory details and explore the main character's emotional state.
Nice. Ensures continuity. And fifth, role persistence. If you gave the AI a role earlier, like seasoned venture capitalist, you might need to remind it.
Keep it in character.
Yeah. Continue in your role as the wise narrator, maintaining that archaic tone from our last exchange.
Okay, these are really practical techniques for managing the ongoing chat. The sources had examples here too, right? Raj, the toter.
Right, he was working on medical diagnostic software. By using these tuning techniques, clarifying error handling, chaining requests for parallel processing, and constantly reinforcing the AI's role as a senior developer, he sped up his development cycle by 30%.
30% faster.
Wow.
And Aria, the storyteller. She used tuning to turn rough story fragments into interactive epics. She'd clarify ambiguous character loyalties, chain scenes together logically, and keep reminding the AI to maintain its epic bard persona.
So it's powerful across different fields.
Mm,
But what about when the conversation gets really long? Does the AI forget stuff?
that's a common challenge, yeah. It's called context loss or drift. The AI's attention window is finite.
So it forgets the beginning of the chat.
It can, yeah. But you can fight this. One way is periodic summaries. Just ask it. Okay, briefly summarize our discussion so far, then proceed with the next point.
Like a little reset.
Exactly. Or you can use external memory tools like LangChain integrations, which help store and retrieve the conversation history.
Okay, good to know there are workarounds.
Yeah,
So really, this is all about becoming a better conductor for the AI orchestra.
that's a great way to put it. You're guiding the whole performance, ensuring coherence and depth over the entire conversation.
Making every interaction build on the last. Okay, let's talk about where this gets applied. How does prompt weaving look out in the wild in different jobs and fields?
Yeah, its versatility is pretty impressive. Let's look at a few examples from the sources. In business and marketing, we saw Elena's campaigns.
And Sophia's client search.
Right, and think about Heinz using AI prompts for their AI ketchup ads, aiming for brand dominance, or Starbucks using it for hyper-personalized customer interactions in their loyalty programs.
So really tailoring messages.
Exactly. The big challenge there is getting the nuances of consumer psychology right and avoiding sounding generic.
Makes sense. What about creative fields?
Creative writing, definitely. Javier, mentioned in the book, used it for complex plot development. Think prompts like generate plot points for a dystopian novel focusing on internal conflict, or continue this story fragment in the style of Shakespeare.
Keeping the voice right must be tricky.
Very. Preserving authenticity and dodging cliches are key challenges.
And education.
Big potential there. Professor Leora created interactive biology lesson scenarios, which apparently boosted student engagement by 30%.
Wow.
But you have challenges too, like making sure the info is accurate, dealing with student data privacy, and avoiding bias in scenarios.
True. And science.
Dr. Kai used weaving to synthesize huge amounts of research literature on CRISPR, speeding up discovery. It can even help design experiments.
But you risk the AI tripping over complex jargon.
Yeah, highly technical terms like quantum entanglement can lead to the AI oversimplifying or just getting it wrong if you're not careful with the prompting and feedback.
Okay, so it's adaptable, but requires care.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned advanced techniques, taking weaving even further.
Yes, this is where it gets really exciting. Multimodal prompting is a big one.
Multimodal, meaning different types of input.
Exactly, not just text. Integrating images, video clips, audio snippets into your prompts.
So I could show it a picture and ask it to describe it.
And much more. Imagine you're a fashion designer. You upload a sketch, maybe dictate the fabric texture you want, play a bit of music to set the mood.
And the AI.
Generates not just descriptions, but maybe visual mock-ups, marketing copy, even suggests accessories. The potential is huge. Projections say 80% of enterprise software might be multimodal by 2030.
80%. Okay. What else?
Chaining models. This is where the output from one AI model becomes the input for another, possibly specialized, AI.
Like an assembly line of AIs.
Sort of, creating really complex workflows. And these advanced techniques, combined with weaving, are shown to boost productivity for highly skilled workers by almost 40%.
40% productivity boost. That's transformative.
It really is.
But there's always a but, isn't there? This power sounds great, but what are the pitfalls? Where does it go wrong?
Absolutely crucial to discuss the pitfalls. Vague language is still a killer. Remember Marcus Hale?
The market analysis guy?
Yeah. His request for a comprehensive market analysis was so vague, the output was riddled with discrepancies and even fabricated figures, cost his firm thousands.
Ouch. So specificity still rules.
Always. Another pitfall. Ignoring AI's limits, just assuming it knows everything or relying on it too much without checking.
Believing the hype.
And related to that, we have to keep challenging the myth of AI infallibility. Those hallucinations, they're not edge cases, they're systemic.
Right, stemming from the probabilities.
Exactly. That 82% hallucination rate in legal queries is a stark reminder. You have to fact check, especially for high-stakes applications. Human oversight is critical.
So powerful tools, but need careful handling. And this leads into ethics, right?
Vitally important. The book stresses ethical considerations, things like fairness. You need to actively prompt to counter bias.
Wow.
Like explicitly ask for diversity. Generate hiring recommendations balanced across genders, ethnicities, and backgrounds. Don't assume fairness. Demand it.
Okay, what else?
Privacy, obviously, adhering to regulations like GDPR, scrubbing sensitive data before prompting, and sustainability.
Sustainability, how does that relate?
These models use a lot of energy, so crafting efficient prompts that get the job done with minimal back and forth, minimizing the computational load, is actually an ethical consideration.
Wow, hadn't thought of prompt efficiency as an environmental issue.
Okay.
It's all interconnected.
So looking ahead, AI is clearly not standing still. We're seeing personalized models, voice prompting becoming smoother, autonomous agents.
The landscape is evolving incredibly fast, and adapting these weaving techniques to those new frontiers while keeping that ethical vigilance front and center is going to be key.
What an arc we've covered, from just trying to get a basic answer to understanding the machine to building specific prompts, and now this idea of weaving, like conducting an orchestra.
It really is a journey from chaos to clarity, isn't
Yeah,
it?
prompt weaving feels like that alchemical bridge, as the book calls it, connecting what we want to achieve with what AI can achieve. Beautifully put. And it transforms simple interactions into these potentially profound collaborations.
So, for everyone listening, how can they start weaving this into their own lives? Is there an action plan?
Yes, the source provides a really practical, actionable plan. Think of it as daily or weekly practice.
Okay, let's hear it.
First, daily intent setting. Just 5–10 minutes. Before you even open the AI, jot down, what's my goal for this interaction today?
Clarify your own purpose first. Good idea.
Second, initial thread crafting. Spend 15–20 minutes building that strong starting prompt. Layer in your goals, maybe an example of those constraints we talked about.
Lay the foundation.
Third, iterative refinement and tuning. This is the core weaving part. Allow 20–30 minutes for the back and forth, the feedback loops, clarifying, maybe chaining responses, reminding the AI of its role.
The actual conversation.
Fourth, domain application and adaptation. Spend maybe 15 minutes thinking about how to apply this to your specific field or project. How do you handle the jargon? What are your unique challenges?
Tailoring it.
Fifth, ethical audit and future speculation. Just 10 minutes. Reflect. Was my process fair? Did I protect privacy? Was it efficient? And maybe think about how new AI trends might change your weaving.
Keeping the bigger picture in mind.
And finally, maybe once a week, a weekly review. Half an hour or so. Look back at your interactions. What worked, what didn't. Track your progress.
Okay, intent, crafting, refining, applying, auditing, reviewing. Seems manageable broken down like that.
It's about building the habit, the mastery over time.
And here's a final thought to leave you with. This whole process, learning to weave prompts effectively, it's not just about getting better answers from a machine.
What do you mean?
Think about it. To weave well, you have to be incredibly clear about your own goals. You have to learn to communicate with precision, to anticipate ambiguities, to give constructive feedback, to iterate.
Ah, so the skills transfer.
Exactly. It's a practice that sharpens your thinking, your communication, your ability to collaborate creatively, not just with AI, but maybe with people too. It teaches you refinement and adaptation in everything you do.
That's a really powerful takeaway. The process itself improves you.
I think so. So the encouragement is, go try it. Apply these weaves in your work, your creative projects, even just exploring ideas. See what tapestries you can create.
The future really is waiting for your hand on the loom, as it were.
Well said. Start weaving.